And another really quick video. Now, this video is going to be slightly different from normal because we're just going to take a little pause on the 4-week/5-week crypto mastermind because I want to share something with you in this video that's nothing really to do with earning passive income, but I just thought you might find this quite interesting. This is going to be really brief because there's lots of tutorials that can go into the subject for hours and hours and hours. But I thought you might like to kind of have a brief look at how to read the blockchain. One of the wonderful things about what we're doing is the blockchain that essentially is, if you like, the kind of the, how do you describe it? It's really like an immutable ledger. And what immutable means is you can't make any mistakes. Everything is documented. It's like a chain. So this is why the blockchain is so powerful, because anything that we do on the blockchain, every time we do a transaction or when we send something to MetaMask or away from MetaMask, or we do a swap or a trade or anything, it's logged in the blockchain. So we can read the blockchain, and you can eventually, and this might be something you want to explore, but again, this is beyond the scopes of this course, but you can study how to read the blockchain so you can work out when you sent something into MetaMask or when you received something or when you swapped something, where it went and all that sort of good stuff. So it's publicly available information. It's really fascinating. So let me give you a very brief look at the blockchain, okay, and then we'll get back to the 4/5-week crypto mastermind. So let me just jump to the web, and here we are. And let me click on Mr. MetaMask head. I'm having trouble saying that recently. And I'm going to click on assets, and let's just look at the contract address that we just added. So the EMP ETH LP, there it is. So if I click on this. Now there's three little dots here. So if I click on these three little dots on my MetaMask, a window opens, and one of the options is View Asset in Explorer. This basically means I can look at this asset, in this case this liquidity token, kind of on the blockchain, what it kind of looks like in blockchain language. So let's click on that and you'll see what I mean. And what we are looking at here are lots of bits and pieces, information. I'm not going to bore you with any of these other than at the top here, look, it says contract. This is the contract address. So in the last video when I provided the contract address for you, you could have gone here. Obviously you would have needed to know how to find it, and I get that, which is why I've done it for you. But I thought you might find this interesting. So this is the same contract address that we just added. In fact, let me show you another. So let's go back to Mr. MetaMask head. It's interesting, isn't it, learning this? Again, under the guise of EUI. Just immersing ourselves and just learning a little bit and getting 1% better every day. Let's scroll to another asset that we've added. As you can see, I've got lots of other assets in my MetaMask here. But here's EMP. This is perfect. So let's click on EMP. Again, let's click on these three little dots. Let's click on View Assets in Explorer. And here's the contract address. Here is the contract address. Now, and here's that. Remember it says decimals 18? So all the information that we add to our MetaMask when we add a contract address, this is kind of where it lives on the blockchain. And originally we went to CoinGecko, didn't we, to get this information? And CoinGecko gets their information from basically what we're looking at here. This is called BSC Scan. This is looking at everything that goes on the BNB network, blockchain network. Again, you don't really need to know any of this, but I thought as a very quick aside, you might think when you're having your dinner tonight, think, I can read the blockchain. It's just, I love learning, and I know you love learning, and it's just a fun thing to know, isn't it? It kind of just makes us a bit more, that inner confidence about learning this whole thing. So anyway, real quick aside, I thought you might just enjoy knowing about this. So let's summarize. And what did we go through in this video? Well, we took a very brief look at how to read the blockchain, and we really did only scratch the surface. And as I said, you don't really need to know this ever, truth be told. But again, EUI, learning never does any of us any harm, does it? So what do I want you to do now? Well, really simply, I want you to go and study how to write code and become a blockchain developer. Only kidding. I think make a coffee instead. That sounds like a good idea, don't you think?